Hello and welcome to Nonfiction Friday. Today's Nonfiction Friday is going to start out a little bit different than our previous Nonfiction Fridays, and we have a short lesson that we are going to go through before you get to the passage and the quiz for today. And this lesson will help you understand the passage and the quiz better so that you can be even more successful. We're going to be talking a little bit about text frames today. And text frames might be a familiar term to you and it might not be, but when authors are writing with a nonfiction style, they use a text frame to organize their writing so that you, the reader, can get the most meaning from it. And one of those text frames is the main idea detail text frame. Within this text frame, an author has one specific main topic that they're going to write, and they're going to write information on for you. And then underneath that, they're going to write paragraphs that give you the details about that particular topic all the way through the passage. And these details might add information, stats, facts, details that are interesting and relevant, but they all relate back to the main idea of the article. Okay? So we're going to look at that a little bit more in depth, but to get us started, we are going to play the main idea game, okay? To play this game, you are going to be looking at a list of details and figuring out how they connect. How are all these details connected? Or rather, what is the main idea, okay? So if we were to look at these items in a list, Mr. Clean, if you're familiar with who that is, I think it's a brand of floor cleaner. And he's like a buff-looking dude on the cover of the floor cleaner bottles. Old, worn-out tires. The Eagle. Men with no hair. So these are all the details. What we're missing is the main idea. What is the main idea? Think about it. Men with no hair. The Eagle. Anybody have it? Things that are bald. All of these things are things that are bald. Bald tires, the bald eagle, men with no hair are bald, and Mr. Clean, if you know who he is bald. Okay? Let's try again. These are the details. What is the main idea? Personification, simile, hyperbole, metaphor. What do all these things have in common? What do all these details have in common? Figurative language. Give yourself a point if you got that correct. Just a couple more. Okay, this one's fun. Insane, cracked, berserk, loony, cray-cray. What do these words have in common? What do all these details add up to? What's the main idea? Better ways to say crazy. Or rather, different ways to say crazy. They may not be better ways. One more. Refrigerator, microwave, oven, dishwasher. What do these all have in common? Kitchen appliances. Okay, so what is main idea details? Okay, it's a pattern of organization. It's how a passage, an article, is organized so that you, the reader, can get the information about a topic. And in this particular case, you'll have one central focus, one main topic, and then all the details within the article are all going to be about that particular topic. Okay? So why would an author use this type of text structure or this type of organization? Okay, this is going to be great when you're trying to describe something in a great particular detail. Okay, so you've been given a research topic on bears. Okay, you might use main idea details to have the main idea be all about bears, and then your details are going to be what they look like, how they act, how they hibernate, what they eat, where they live. All those details add up together to give a great big understanding of the topic or the main idea, which is bears. Okay, the text is often broken into sections and paragraphs, but they all relate back to the main topic. Okay, again, the author might list characteristics, aspects, features, or examples. Okay, brown bear, black bear. I think that's a children's book, like Brown Bear, what do you see? I'm not sure that's an example of this type of text structure though. Okay. And so the focus of this pattern of organization, main idea and details, is going to be on the one thing, the main topic, and then all of its details or components. So from real life examples of where you can find main idea detail. And so you might see you're looking for products for sale, cars, appliances, houses, etc. Think about, a flyer, if you've ever seen a flyer for a sale of a house. Okay, it's got the main idea is this one particular home, and then it's going to list all the details and the characteristics of that house, how big it is, how many bathrooms, how many bedrooms, etc. Okay, you might find it on an article of like a vacation destination. Okay, maybe you're reading up about your vacations and you find an article about all the things to do in Cancun, Mexico. Cancun is your main idea and all the details are all the activities that you can do. Okay, so that's just a couple of real life examples. Transition words are going to be something that we want to talk about a lot more this year when we start talking about text frames and we talk about nonfiction, because not only will you notice them when you're reading and they help you with clues, and these clues help you take the tests better, and we'll talk about that, but you'll also be able to use these transition words in your own writing to make sure that you can help your reader understand everything you're trying to say. Okay, but these transition words are basically test clue words. Okay, so when you're going back and you're taking your MCAs, or you're taking your STAR 360s, or you're taking your Nonfiction Friday quizzes, or any language arts quiz, okay, any English quiz, these types of words are going to give you a clue that it's talking about the main idea or a detail of the main idea, and it helps you figure out the quiz questions. So these are actually really important. These transition words are all associated with particular main idea and detail text frame. So it might say, for example, or the characteristics are, this is where you're going to get the details of the main idea. Okay, or this might be the main idea, such as brown bears, black bears, blue bears, green bears. I don't think that's such a thing unless you're talking about gummy bears. Okay, looks like, consists of, for instance, one part and then some information, and then another part is, and then some more information, and then another part is, and then some more information. Okay, and then the other thing that you're going to notice whenever you're trying to figure out if there's a main idea detail text structure, whenever you're asked a question on a quiz that, what's the main idea of this passage? Or what detail best supports the main idea? Those are two really common quiz questions that you will see on your MCAs or your STAR 360s or in today's quiz. Okay, figuring out what the main idea is, look for that same topic to be repeated throughout the text. If it's about bears, each of your paragraphs is going to be about bears. What bears look like, what bears eat, what bears do, what bears see, what bears see, where bears go. But the word bears is going to be then repeated throughout the passage repeatedly, because I just said repeatedly, so I'm repeating myself. It fits. Okay, that's going to be a clue for you when you're finding that answer of, okay, what is the main idea of this passage? Or what are the details? What's the best detail? Think about first, what is the main idea then? Okay. So these are really important when you're use in your writing, but also when you're trying to figure out those tricky quiz questions. So these are some questions to consider as you're reading a passage, okay, especially as you're looking to get ready to take a quiz on a passage. Okay, what specific topic, person, or idea is being described? So as you read through a passage, especially in today's and also in next week's when you know its main idea detail, think about this. What is being described throughout the passage? How is it being described? What does it look like? How does it work? What does it do? Okay, and so throughout that passage, you're probably going to get some of those answers, and those are your details. Okay, this is your main idea, and these are your details. Okay, can I create a list of things that I have learned about this one particular topic? And if so, you probably have a main idea detail text structure. So some graphic organizers you could use if you wanted to take some notes on an article that was structured like this in a main idea detail format, or it has one big topic, one research topic, with lots of different facts and details that you needed to remember. You might find this happen in your science class or your social studies class. The topic might be the Revolutionary War. Okay, that's going to be your main idea. And then the article you're going to read that's about the Revolutionary War is going to give you facts, stats, examples, characteristics, descriptions, dates, times, okay? And it might describe different parts of the war. First this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, okay? That would also be sequencing as well. But overall, you're going to have your big topic, and then you're going to have these main ideas that support that topic. So this is just an example. I found an article about golden retrievers, and it broke it down into really basically 3 paragraphs, and each paragraph had its own kind of topic as it related to the main idea of golden retrievers. So they were awesome breed features, okay, and then they talked about the coats, the eyes, the waggy tail. It talked about that it was the best family dog. That was paragraph 2. So what did they say? Well, they were friendly, protective, easily trained, sensitive, and loyal. And then it also talked about them being service dogs, and they're service dogs for hearing impaired, blind, disabled, and that they can learn over 500 commands because they're a smart dog. So basically now I've taken really good notes on this article, and I'm ready and prepared to take a quiz on it because I know the main idea and I know the main important details that I can be quizzed on. So it's really helpful as you're going through. This is another one that you may be more familiar with. That's a description of something, but that would still be the main idea. So it looks like this is the ocean. Okay, well, what does the ocean taste like, sound like, feel like, smell like, look like? Some examples are, okay? So be another good graphic organizer if you were looking to take some notes on something that is written in a main idea detail format. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a background about the main idea detail text structure. Today you're going to be reading a passage about catfish noodlers. Yes, I'm hoping that just spiked your interest because you're like, what? Catfish noodlers? And so the main idea of your article is catfish noodlers, and you can get that right in the title of the article. And then you're going to be reading all the details about it that's going to explore that topic further. Your quiz questions might look like, what is the main idea of this passage? Or what is the best supporting detail of this passage? Okay, or what detail best supports this particular idea? These are types of quiz questions that come with main idea detail text structures, okay? So click to the next part of your lesson to learn more about your next steps in being successful with your Nonfiction Friday. Email if you have any questions.